Okay, this is tutorial number 3, and this one is on using selection tools in Adobe Photoshop. The first step to this process is getting some pictures to work with. The first thing you need to do is go to File, Open, and you are going to go through to your O drive, High School, and Marring, and you're going to go to Digital Art. You're going to go into 2005. And when you make your own folder, you'll see a whole list of folders in here. But you're going to go to ZZZ Pictures, which is where I will keep pictures for you. At this point, you're going to see a folder that says Art Supplies. You are going to right-click, copy, and then you're going to go up one level into your folder, and you're going to go into your pictures, and you're going to paste that folder into your pictures folder. Okay? Then we're going to cancel out of here. You know that you have the pictures already. And we're going to go through learning how to use the different selection tools according to the instructions that you're given. Now we're going to make a new document, and according to this document, the instructions, you are supposed to make a document that can be 8 by 10. It doesn't matter whether it is 10 wide or 8 and 8 tall or vice versa, but you always want to make sure the resolution is at least at 300 pixels per inch. This one we're going to name Art Supplies. This exercise is going to show you how to do selection 1 or choice 1 of this assignment. You will be able to have another choice which is called juxtaposition. So two different choices will complete the same assignment. So now I hit OK, and I have a new document that will show up on the screen right there. Okay, at this point you are going to start opening some documents. The first thing you do is you're going to start with your tools in your pictures folder. You're going to open up, let's see, it's kind of hard to tell, so what we do is we go to our extra large icons, and so you can see that there's different pictures in here, and the first instruction asks you to open one of the scissors pictures, and I'm just going to pick this one, opening this one, and it's a nice JPEG right now. And the first thing I need to do is notice the little lock is over on the side. I'm going to unlock this layer. Remember, I can't do anything to it until I unlock it. Over here on your toolbar, you're going to see another set of selection tools. From the last tutorial, you'll remember that if you see a little triangle in the corner, there are many different tools underneath that shown tool right there. We're going to be working with polygon lasso and magnetic lasso. So the first one we're going to choose is the polygonal lasso tool. So what we'll do is we'll very simply click around your scissors. Oops, I made a mistake. I'm going to hold backspace, and it'll take me back a couple of steps, and I'm going to do a real loose cut around the scissors. Now, craftsmanship would say that, yeah, it's cut out, but it's not cut out very well. So what I need to do is refine my selection. Okay, I'm at the point now where I have marching ants. A couple of things may happen when you're creating with marching ants, and this is one of my more difficult things that happens. And I get really close and I try to get right on top of it, and I double click and the whole thing goes away. What I recommend doing instead is staying away from that closed point, so maybe a little ways away, and then double clicking, and that way you don't open up your closed selection. The marching ants tell you what is currently selected, and what we'll do at this point is use a tool called the Quick Mask tool. You can see as I hover over this little guy right here on the bottom of the toolbar that it kind of has a little pinkish hue to it, and you'll understand why in just a moment. We're going to click on that, and you'll see things have changed in your screen. You have this red background, and you'll also see that the layer has turned gray, which means you're in the quick selection mode. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom in. Your selections need to be very sharp and very clean. So when you're in the Quick Mask tool, you can use two tools. One is the brush tool, looks like a paintbrush, and one is the eraser tool, looks like a little pink eraser. So with the brush tool, I'm going to go in and you can see how big the brush is, and I'm going to start brushing in some more of the red. What happens then, if you see, I get off of the Quick Mask and my selection has changed. So that's how that's going to work. Now, it's going to take a long time with a brush that size, so I'm going to make this a lot bigger for right now. Oh, but it's really hard to manage that big brush. So what I'm going to do is take my eraser, oh that's way too big, and I'm going to shrink that down. And it's kind of a fuzzy one. I don't want a fuzzy one, I want a sharp edged one. And I'm going to go right against that scissors. Right against the edge of the scissors. Okay, so you can change it to different types of brushes, but for this exercise, this is the best one to use. Okay, I'm going to go back up to the brush, and you can see that I can fill in a lot of the big spaces. I'm just going to show you briefly, and you guys can do this as you practice along the way. And I can even do the inside very easily. Okay, now you notice I still haven't gotten very close. At this point, I'm going to make my brush a little bit smaller. Even smaller, because I am picky. And I'm painting along the edge. And man, am I picky. I don't like to see any of those extra spaces out there. Oops, I made a mistake. Now I have to go back and use my eraser again. Okay, I'm going to click off Quick Mask, and you can see how my selection has changed. After this, after I finish this process, I'm going to zoom back out so you can see what's happening. Oops. I zoom out, so you can see how I have the plus sign right there. If I hold the Alt key, it changes to a minus sign, and then I can easily zoom out. Okay. Now I'm going to go and I'm going to hit backspace like I've done before. Oh no, the problem is that I selected the scissors, and that's a problem, so I need to undo it. The shortcut for undoing your last action is Control Z. So I hit Control Z, and what I really want is to have marching ants around the outside of this box so that the background is gone. So I'm going to go to Select, and the word that is means opposite is inverse. So now you can see everything else has been selected instead of the scissors. Now I hit backspace, and you can see how my selection has changed. To get rid of the marching ants, you want to start clean and fresh again. You hit Control D as your shortcut. That's the tutorial on your polygonal lasso with a Quick Mask.